in here waiting.
I know.
All right, Mr. Sucklord.
Sucky.
You were a pervert. You supposedly had sex with every single one of us, including Young. And we loved you.
I'm so sorry, Sucklord.
The mood has changed a lot. Obviously, Sucklord is really missed.
I didn't like your piece of street art because it seemed conventional.
Sucklord, your work of art didn't work for us. It's time for you to go.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
I feel like I've really let my partner down, which I feel terrible about.
This is...
Somebody's got to fill the role of loud and obnoxious.
I can do it.
The Sucklord and I connected at the very beginning. I don't know. I hope we can see each other. I do like the potential of that romance.
What just happened? You had a $15,000 return.
Congratulations. Dusty and Young, you guys are splitting $30,000.
I'm really excited because he said if we won this challenge, he would wear my short shorts that I wore to paint the mural.
I'm gonna get the short shorts.
Dusty, put on the short shorts.
We do this another day.
Go. Take the boots off.
Wear short shorts.
Look great on you. Yes.
Dusty, put them on.
Short shorts.
Oh, boy. Can't even get my junk in these things.
That's the exciting part.
I may have lost almost today, but I'm about to win.
That's it. You know, I'm a man of my word. Did that just really happen?
7 artists remain to compete for a solo show at the world-famous Brooklyn Museum, a cover story in Blue Canvas magazine, and $100,000 furnished by the 2012 Fiat 500. This is Work of Art, the next great artist.
Okay, the last challenge, Lola was instructing people to put stickers all over everyone else's work.
Put it anywhere, on someone else's piece.
We just worked like all day and all night on this thing. It was just kind of rude. It's the way that she works because it's who she is. When there's high stakes and pressure, a lot of emotions flying, it can get a little dirty.
Another day, another challenge.
We walk into the gallery, and the first thing that I see is the chassis of a Fiat. And then we see all of the parts laid out on the floor in this beautiful arrangement.
Oh my God.
This is amazing. This reminds me of my father's garage.
I wish my dad taught me more about cars.
Good morning, artists.
Morning.
Say hello to the vintage Cinquecento and the 2012 Fiat 500.
The automobile has been an inspiration to artists since they were invented. Contemporary artists, such as Richard Prince and John Chamberlain, have used car parts as the basis for amazing works of art.
Before you are over 2,000 beautifully designed parts. For this challenge, we want you to create an innovative piece of art using the components that make up the Fiat 500.
Oh, my God.
You have the next 15 minutes to gather everything you need.
Fiat understands how important new inspiration is to the creative spirit. With that in mind, the artist who most creatively incorporates at least one part of the Fiat 500 into their work will receive $25,000.
I'm a painter. Now I have this challenge where I have to work with metal, and a lot of money's banking on it, and I'm not sure what to do.
You have until midnight tonight and only 1 hour tomorrow to finish your work. Are you ready to take a spin around the gallery?
Yes.
Your 15 minutes starts now.
just running around the gallery, grabbing anything that catches my eye.
This chair is mine.
It's hard to gather up materials for a piece when you don't know what you're making. I like to work with wood, and I'm kind of a guy's guy, but I really don't know that much about cars.
1 minute left.
Time's up, artists. It looks like you guys took the whole car.
Pretty much.
This challenge should be a lot of fun. I will see you back in the gallery tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Let's head up to the studio. Follow me.
I'm worried about this challenge. I have no idea how these things are going to come together. How do you inject content and something you care about when you don't know anything about cars? I've never owned a car. My favorite car when I was a kid was a limousine because someone else was driving you.
Artists, I'll be back tonight to check in on your progress. So, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm really excited about this project. I like having to use actual components of things in my work. It's sort of like an opportunity for me to explore materials. I am excited. I'm gonna use that big window pane, and he's gonna be like licking the out of it because he's like a fetishist or like really likes cars or something. So the piece is gonna be this distorted body where all the bolts are links of the spine and all the like balloons are the intestines.
I know nothing about cars. I don't even know how to drive. All I know is that I like the idea of cutting open the car seat in some way, having this gaping hole in this car seat. I'm kind of just playing and seeing how it goes.
I look around at what everyone else is doing, and I think other people maybe decide things more arbitrarily than I do. I just see so many options before me that it's hard for me to commit. Right now, I'm kind of interested in the idea that these car parts will survive so much longer than any of us will. And so I'm sort of trying to fossilize these objects.
Yeah, you seem like you know what you're doing.
Kind of.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think I have the key to the car.
Oh my gosh.
Anybody wanna go for a drive?
You can ride in my seat.
I got the key to the car.
My idea comes to me immediately. I'm gonna grind down the metal of the key to look like stardust. I just like the play on words of like key to the universe, and you're sort of looking at what it all means.
Anybody have any Vaseline? I'm gonna try to make like a mold of my face.
Are you gonna put on your eyes and everything?
Yeah.
You're gonna have no hair on your face.
Well, here goes nothing.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
You putting the lotion on your face?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I'm worried for him.
When I was in 2nd grade, we got in this accident. It was not pretty. My aunt, her face hit on the steering wheel and she broke her nose, and there was so much blood. My idea is to make a mold of my face and put it inside my steering wheel as if my face crashed into the steering wheel and it left an imprint.
Like Hannibal Lecter. Did you put anything on your eyes? It doesn't look like it. Dusty, I'm telling you. No, I will help you.
Dusty can't talk. And he writes to me, will you cover my eyes?
Yes, lay down. I'm gonna just do it. You're crazy.
And so I'm telling him, no, Dusty, I don't want to be responsible for your eyelashes being ripped off, or your eyebrows for that matter, or your hairline.
All right, I think you're covered. You need to write something? Okay. Somebody get me in 7 minutes. Okay, don't move then, all right? You crazy, crazy bastard.
Dusty's being daring.
Coming up on Work of Art.
None of your ideas seem to completely impress me.
My stupid studio business.
I like things that don't really make sense. Yeah. Everything is covered with car parts. It's kind of amazing. We have to use at least one component from the Fiat to make your piece. And we have until midnight tonight and 1 hour tomorrow to finish our pieces.
So how many people first made out with a boy in the backseat of a car?
Oh, God, not me. No way. Did you? Is that your first time you ever made out?
Well, almost. I feel like that's most people's first time
I know,
making out.
isn't it?
In high school, I was a freshman. I was lucky enough to meet a very cute senior at my high school. I would sneak out of my house around midnight, and we'd have dates in his van.
Whatever. I never went parking.
You missed out, girlfriend.
I bet. Sounds like it was fun.
I've done young in the back of a car.
What?
Nothing. When I was in high school, I developed a pretty wild streak. I started drinking a lot and experimenting with drugs. My craving to do art was one of the main reasons I sought out recovery in these areas a few years ago, and I'm really grateful for that.
After laying on the ground with this rubber hardening on my face for 10 minutes, time to peel it off, and Kimi is not around. I can't talk or move.
Oh, so you feel worried about him?
Well, yeah, I don't know how he's gonna get the shit off his face. I mean, his eyelashes I covered and his eyebrows I covered really crazy with lotion. Michelle, I want a giraffe.
You want a what?
I want a giraffe.
No.
The initial idea that I have is to make a body out of all the car parts. I like how this challenge is so open, like you could do whatever you want. I like the idea of a human body being transparent so you can see all of the mechanics going on inside. Right now, I feel pretty positive about the challenge, and I think I have a chance at winning $25,000. Like nose-breathing things on it. I'm in love with it.
It is the most ridiculous, stupid thing that she can possibly think of.
I'm worried I'm screwing myself with time. I'm worried I'm screwing myself with like materials, and I'm worried I'm screwing myself with not using enough of the car.
I thought she'd kind of forgot about me. I really needed fresh air. I was really nervous.
Oh, Dusty. Dusty, I'm coming. Okay. Are you pulling it off? Mm-hmm. Is it coming off? Mm-hmm. Wait. Slow.
It doesn't stick to my face, but it's a little painful to pull off for my beard.
Footwork?
It's all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have a mixing bit?
You mean this thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Give it a shot.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I haven't really figured out what happened last challenge with Lola. She was a little bit disrespectful. Are either of you guys using the scanners? I was like, you're actually ignoring me? Like, how old are we here? I'm feeling kind of weird a little bit about it. It sucks. It totally sucks.
For some reason, I want to work with these wires.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now, too. Like, I'm so intrigued by these materials.
Sarah J's been like a sister to me throughout this competition. We laugh together. She has a very dark sense of humor, which I love, and I'm so happy that she's here with me.
I feel like I'm cheating myself if I limit myself to an idea. I don't know what to do with them, so I kind of just want to play with them for a while. I start gluing the car seat foam to the end of the muffler, and it's not out of any divine inspiration. It's more out of this childlike curiosity and interest. So out of that, a new part of my art and creative process comes alive.
I'm putting these headlights together and I'm making eyes out of them. All I keep seeing are these human body parts. I'm thinking, let's make a robot. I mean, I do performance installation as well, but like, I don't know, 75% of my work is photography.
What?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I know. I don't really work with sculpture, but having all of these car parts to play with, it's like when you're a kid growing up and you're building with Legos. I'm keeping it simple. I want to loosen up and just have fun today.
Do you need help with your drivetrain?
What is it?
I don't know. I'm just making shit up. The primary thing that I need to do is skin the two car seats, like an animal skin or hide. One way I could do it would be to like lay these somehow flat. I have the flat piece pinned to canvas. It looks like a Rorschach blot, so my piece is a little bit more abstract. I actually do have both a bear skin and a buffalo skin rug. They were my father's. My dad actually worked in the auto industry, so I've grown up around cars my entire life. My father passed away in October, and he really encouraged me to be an artist. So I'm realizing I wanted to have not just one seat, but both, because I wanted one that would stand for him and one for me.
I've brought from home these mineral solutions, and I'm spraying this liquid onto all the different parts, and they're gonna evaporate and leave my objects covered in kind of a skin of crystal, so they're gonna look like rocks.
She has like a witch's brew going on over
Oh my
there.
God, there we go. It's starting to happen. Everyone said that Lola's a witch, apparently, of some sort. I'm just gonna keep my distance, knowing now that she doesn't like me for some reason.
First of all, I'd like to clarify that I'm a good witch. In fact, my grandmother, she's a witch and a healer, and she's been teaching me some witchy ways since I was very, very young. So, yes, I can make things happen if I really want them. It's time to break out the spells. Ow.
Kimia got the key. Now, if Kimia could just not have the money slip through her hands this time, it would be amazing. My idea is I'm gonna grind down the metal of the key to look like stardust and then be sprinkled into hot wax wall structures. And with the light also shining through, the metal reflects and kind of twinkles to create this constellation effect in this box. It's supposed to go in and out of the light and be super sparkly and like kind of luminous, but it's kind of not.
I don't think of Kimia as having this very mechanical mind. I don't know if it's the best decision for her to make this machine that has to be well-oiled and function.
I'm just freaked out because it's like at this point, there's so few of us like really
Don't freak out. You've been at the top.
Kimia seems really nervous, but the thing about Kimia is she's upset if she's in the middle. She's upset when she's on the top. She's upset when she's on the bottom. Frankly, like, it does get kind of exhausting. Why is everyone so weirded out by this challenge?
Hello, artists.
Hello, Simone. Hi.
Well, I'm here for my studio visit, so I'll start right over here. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, Simone. How are you today?
Very, very well. Now, tell me, what are you up to?
I've actually chosen the 2 front seats from the car, stripped the leather off of those seats so that it would function like a large-scale Rorschach blot.
I find it quite striking. It looks like an abstract composition, like the Rorschach test. I love these different textures, different fields of surfaces, and the way you've placed it on the overall canvas. And I think it just looks aesthetically quite pleasing.
Oh, well, good.
Because I think you're on the track of doing something that could look pretty good.
Okay, thank you so much, Simone.
Thank you so
I
much,
really
Sarah.
appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Hey, Lola, how are you doing? Show me, what are you doing?
I have this mineral stuff that kind of crystallizes things. And so I'm kind of trying to make this beautiful new car parts and make them look ancient and old.
While they're very beautiful, if it's just changing the surface to the actual object, the judges may not feel that it's particularly creative or particularly imaginative.
As usual, I have a couple different tests going on. I've got some doors as well, and I have a bit of the engine.
As ever, I am fairly skeptical seeing you at this stage of the game. So far, none of your ideas seem to completely impress me all that much. I hope you will truly impress the judges.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My intuition is telling me to stop and start over and do something different, but I have a feeling it's not gonna work. I am freaking out in my stupid studio visit. It's hard.
Coming up on Work of Art.
If Young wins, he's going to have to start locking his door at night.
I'll do like a Tanya Harding on you. Bash his legs in with a baseball bat.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Did you get your challenge wrong? Are you preparing something for the children's challenge?
No, I'm kind of building this invisible human. Along the spine and stuff, I'm using like nuts and bolts and like gears and things like that to kind of make the shape of the body. It's gonna be pressed up against a piece of glass from the car. This will be like hung in front.
I could see a kind of reference to an accident. Is this a very personal piece for you?
No, I'm just kind of having fun with the materials for this piece. I am sort of using all of the car parts as like stand-in body parts.
When I saw this first, I was very surprised because it's not what I expected to see given the challenge. Think it over, whether you want to do this idea or whether you want to go with something a little different. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thanks, Simone.
Oh, what is this? You are going back to the children's challenge.
Simone makes me question making the piece, and I kind of feel like I just have to scrap the whole thing.
Hi, Simone.
How are you doing?
I'm not having a very on-point day, I have to be honest.
No?
I just feel really uninspired, to be honest.
Uninspired?
Really? Yeah, I really don't like cars right now.
Yes?
My piece is downstairs.
Let's go.
You want to go?
Yes,
Okay, let's
good.
go. So I found the key to the car this morning. And so I was like, I want to grind it up and like work with the ground up metal. I kind of envisioned this idea of like turning it into this sort of starry thing, especially when put into light.
It's very ambitious, and I just love the imagination behind it all. The physical realization of that idea seems quite difficult.
It didn't light up the way that I thought that it would. I mean, you tell me what you think.
I see your point.
Right?
Indeed, yes.
So I don't know what to do, Simone. I'm really freaked out. I've come so far, and like I don't want this piece to like send me home.
If the realization of the project doesn't work, then however good the idea was, you might need to abandon it. You may still pull it off and have a really intriguing object.
Thank you so much, Simone. I really appreciate it.
Good.
Simone says I can do it. I don't want to give up on my idea, so I'm not going to.
I had this idea to make this impression of my face as if I had been in an accident and crashed my face into the steering wheel. And in my head, it seemed like a really cool image, and I really liked it. But I don't know. Now that I've kind of got it put together, it looks a little like I just slapped it together.
Initially, when I see this, I'm not particularly impressed. It doesn't have the kind of gripping power that all the works that you've done so far in the competition has, and you have still plenty of time left.
Yeah, I've got a lot of material.
You've got plenty of material.
I should be able to come up with something.
I'm sure you will, Dusty.
All right. Oh, boy. I agree with him. That's kind of why I've been on the track of wanting to switch my idea. So I think I'm just going to ditch this idea and come up with something new. I'll figure something out, hopefully.
Artists, those of you who are feeling down, forget about it. Feel positive. Feel you've got it inside you. You all made it so far into the competition. You can make it to the next round.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Simone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
He's amazing. I love him.
Part of the challenge is to use the materials in an interesting way. I don't know if I've really done that. Simone made me really nervous about my piece, so I feel like I need to do more. I'm looking out the car window, kind of.
Okay.
I decide to make a drawing about driving and going to the Grand Canyon with my dad. I'm an adventurer. I'm willing to take risks. Sometimes the thing that happens at the last minute turns out to be the most interesting part.
I'm not quite sure what Lola's doing. She's tracing to me a drawing. I draw freehand like a real artist, so it's like she's cheating.
For several hours, which I don't have time to do, I'm going through all my car parts, trying to come up with an idea for this piece. It shouldn't be as complicated as I'm making it. Finally, I kind of like the idea of the tires rolling and making a continuous print on a paper. I'm going to put text on there that says, going to work, going home. And then as it rolls, it just repeats itself, which refers to the monotony of everybody's daily routine.
Did you know that Kimya is composing a musical or work of art?
That is true. It's called Young, Sassy, and Free.
Young, sassy, and free. Young, I see you in your hard hat. You got a wad of cash. In that pocket fat. At this point, Young has won $35,000. And I keep saying, oh, it's not about the money. It's not about. Then actually now I'd like to say, yeah, I would like the money.
If Young wins, he's going to have to start locking his door at night.
Young's pockets are heavy with money. I'll do like a Tanya Harding on Young.
Bash his legs in with a baseball bat.
Like, why don't you pour a bunch of plaster into the seat and then stand it in the plaster? Sarah J's piece is so different than what she usually makes, and I'm vaguely annoyed that she made something really good.
Ugh, I'm just feeling so awful. Originally, I was really loving this fetishist window liquor, but Simone's critique was just so defeating. It's hard to tell what to do, and I'm just desperately grasping at any idea. What if I make a big floppy car underneath this car? So now I'm going with this idea of an anthropomorphic kind of car. One is the best car, and the other one is like the sad sack of a car beneath it. It's not my best idea for sure, but at least it's something. Maybe it'll be bipolar car. That seems to be a hot issue.
Let's go, guys.
It's one of those ideas that I think comes to you at the last very second. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, why didn't I think of this in the beginning? Waking up this morning with the Dylan, I had this great new idea that I'm gonna take the windows of the car and make them look like this very sordid scene. Totally fogged out, make-out car. But I don't know how it's gonna read in the gallery space.
Are you done with the car? Oh.
Time to go.
Getting to the studio, I know that for this last hour that I have, I'm just going to slap the top together, get the bulb in place, and assemble the whole thing and paint it black. I have a lot left to do.
Whoa, that's creepy.
You're gonna do it, aren't you?
I'm gonna try. I just really need to try out this new foggy, sexy window idea. It's just all of the evidence of people making out. I'm like rubbing my hair around on it. I paint glue all over these windows and I'm like really going for it. There's like people's faces pressed up against the window like maybe you've been plowed from behind. This could be something that shows the judges I can go a little more wild with my ideas.
Whose initials did you put on there?
Me and my boyfriend.
Aww.
Although I don't normally work in sculpture, I really think the judges are gonna like my piece. I want to go to graduate school, and to win $25,000 would be absolutely incredible to like have the pause to just focus on my art for a bit.
In the studio, I start drizzling wood glue on all the different parts I have still to attach. I'm zip tying things, and finally, my robot comes to life. Nothing's fallen off, so I'm just starting to work on the details, and I'm happy with my piece.
It's cool, though.
Like it?
It's very sparkly inside.
It works, but it is shoddy as Should I paint it black?
People are totally freaking out. Dusty still has a lot to do. Kimia is trying to finish up all of the little detail things. Michelle has made an entirely new piece in less than an hour. So there's a lot of manic energy happening right now.
I don't want them to look up into my piece. That's like not the good spot. Just look straight ahead, please, and you'll be okay.
I hate it. I don't know what piece to put in. I end up with the car piece and with the window piece, and those two are like my favorites. And I can't tell which one I should use.
I think I like this one better.
The car?
I feel like they're both silly, but this has bigger impact, you know what I mean?
I go with the car because it's more vibrant and people are saying they like it. 5 minutes!
I look at my pieces. I have these car parts and then a piece of crystallized glass. And I have this drawing that I've made. I think I'm hoping that if I try a bunch of different things, the judges will inevitably love something.
Lola's piece isn't working for me, and I think she lost herself in her process again. Lola just needs a little bit more time to mature as an artist so that she doesn't have to show everything that she's done.
Please. Oh, please.
Artists, your time is up.
Oh.
Dusty.
Coming up on Work of Art.
It's like 100% broken now.
Here's the problem. You're not changing. You keep repeating the same steps.
I don't know cars well enough, but let's just put it this way. Dusty would be a truck. Dusty's the country boy. You gotta be a truck if you're a country boy.
Goats, they scratch your car all up.
Michelle would probably be a clown car because she's nuts. Lola would be the baby Fiat. She's sassy and a little sexy.
Oh, this is so cute.
Young would probably be a Porsche because he could afford to buy one at this point.
Yeah, right?
Whatever car has the loudest horn, that would be Sarah Kay.
Good evening, everyone. Please welcome back your judges. Critic Jerry Saltz.
Hi, Jerry.
Gallery owner Bill Powers.
Hey, guys.
And your guest judge this week, photographer and performance artist Liz Cohen.
Liz Cohen has this whole beautiful series of photographs where she's working on the car but also posing in these sexy poses with these tools. It's so cool.
This week, we asked each of you to create a piece of art that incorporated car parts from the new Fiat 500. Let's open up the gallery and see how you did.
Good luck.
Tried new things, I use materials I haven't worked with before, and then I have this drawing about going to the Grand Canyon with my dad. If the judges are looking for something incredibly straightforward, mine might not be that.
She's looking out the car window. That's the car door.
And that's the handle right there, yeah.
That's a little too impersonal. I wish it was like looking at us more.
I'm very happy with my piece. It has a lot of presence in the gallery, and it has this kind of creepy yet fun vibe. The vision in my head basically came to life.
This was a pretty creative use of an auto card. I mean, this is really well integrated.
I feel like my piece is extremely silly. It's extremely weird looking, but those could either be positives or negatives.
This is like happy car, sad car.
I guess that's it.
Yeah.
God, you did really good. That's
I think my piece looks better in the gallery than it did in the studio. I hope the judges will appreciate me going a new direction.
Just kind of the routine of the everyday.
It appeals to a lot of people, and it's simple, and I love that.
Yeah, it's not even on. It's like 100% broken now. A lot of people look through the hole and shrug like, what the hell am I looking at kind of a thing. And I want to like hide.
It's more like a black hole than a key to the universe.
I think she painted it. I think she aged it.
It feels so good to have a piece in the gallery that I feel really proud of, and I think this is my favorite piece that I've made. I really, really like how it works.
It's interesting because it stays a car part, but also transforms away from it.
I feel like I made a piece that was important for me. When I look at this piece, I see a double portrait. I see myself driving with my father when I was a little kid.
Looks like a schematic of a car drawing.
Absolutely. So she makes the drawing out of sculpture.
Thanks for your comments. I appreciate it.
Thank you for a very inventive show. We would like to speak to the following artists for the crit. Kimia. Sarah Jimenez. Lola. Michelle. Sarah Cabot. Dusty and Young, you're safe and can move on to the next challenge. You can say goodnight to your peers.
Ladies. Yeah, it's ladies only tonight, huh?
Sarah Jimenez, you had one of our favorite pieces in the show. Let's start with you.
So I had this image of something explosive, but also organic and sort of floral coming out of this muffler.
I like it because it looks like a flower arrangement meets an exploding crystal meets a backfire from a car. This is really a good example of somebody letting the material tell them what to do.
Yeah, someone was calling it the muffler of solitude because it was almost like exhaust from Superman's car. You know, he made the fortress of solitude.
It's got this great meeting of domestic and industrial, and it's playful as well, and I like that.
Artists, do you agree with the judges?
I actually thought you were going to do drawing or something, but I'm really excited for you that you went into sculpture.
Good point about the drawing.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that she went out. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you.
Our other favorite piece in tonight's show is Sarah Cabot. Let's Let's start your crit.
My father recently passed away, and I have very strong memories of going on road trips with him.
And is one the driver's seat and one the
That's the driver's seat. That's my father, and this one would have been my seat.
The two most successful pieces tonight let the materials guide you to figure out what the piece was going to be. You took this animalistic approach of almost like skinning your prey.
Things about the piece that I really like, that it's almost cartoony, but it isn't. It's almost a schematic drawing, but it isn't.
It's visually very arresting, and now that I hear about your story, it becomes even more compelling.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Please join Sarah. Sarah Cabot and Sarah Jimenez. One of you will win $25,000 furnished by Fiat. Congratulations. Sarah Jimenez.
Yay!
You made a true work of art.
Sarah, this challenge was all about materials, and you really let materials take you someplace new.
I'm so happy that I won because I put myself out there in a new way that I never expected. So the $25,000, now I can afford to go to graduate school. I can't believe it.
Great work. We would like you to both stay for the rest of the crits. Lola, Kimia, Michelle, you had the least successful work in tonight's show, and one of you will be going home. Lola, let's start with you.
I was kind of interested in growing minerals on the surface of these engine parts. They reminded me of ancient ruins. I was also making this drawing about my dad taking me to the Grand Canyon when I was younger. And
again, it's a problem of overkill. There's a lot of interesting ideas in here, but they cloud each other when they're all on the same wall.
You lost an opportunity here because you have this kind of great story about this woman on this adventure, and I think you partly suffered from the way you installed the piece. If you would have followed that impulse of the archaeological, there would be some things that were kind of spilling on the floor.
There's no room to play when we install things. It's like, you know, you set it down and you have to leave. You can't see it up, and that is one of the most frustrating things about this process for me. Because
but welcome to the art world. You're gonna always have parameters.
Here's the problem. You're not changing. You keep repeating the same steps. The text in the drawing, the crystal form.
I know that I can make better work and smarter choices in the way that I put things together, and I think the fear of failure, has been pushing me in too many directions, you know.
Thank you, Lola.
Thanks.
The next artist we'd like to speak to is Kimia.
I didn't want to use any recognizable part of the car, so I actually ground the key down. And what I wanted to do was to make this mysterious box that you would look through and see all these metal pieces illuminated by light, and then thinking of all the the possibilities of where something can take you.
Do you see all that, the problem that all that's in your head, and none of it is in the work of art? You overbuilt this piece the way you've overbuilt other pieces.
If you simplify, you open up the opportunity for your metaphors to speak more loudly.
When I read the title, it said Key to the Universe.
Oh, I know.
Thought, oh my God, to live up to such a monumental title, it's just too big of a task.
You know, my work means a lot to me, so for something like this to happen is mortifying.
Thank you very much, Kimia. The third artist up for elimination is Michelle. Let's start your crit.
I took the very hood of the car and I started making a replica piece down below. I was sort of thinking about the anthropomorphic quality that people often attribute to cars. So that's where eyeballs come in.
And what happened?
It just got so sad looking.
You need to get your freak on. I just felt like how this could get so much more ridiculous. Like, why not let it go even more
stupid? I know.
You know?
Where is the risk? Where is the willingness to make a work of art? You kept everything under control and you made a cartoon car.
It's like Herbie gone bananas. It's not stupid enough, and just putting googly eyes on something isn't gonna cut it.
You, of all people, you who've talked about being, I think, in a car accident, deciding to go further away than anyone from an actual personal experience.
Thank you all very much. You've given us a lot to think about. Please head up to the studio and we will call you back shortly. Thank you.
Thanks. It's just so frustrating.
Crapshoot. I know. I
hate that one of us three has to go.
It's so depressing.
I hate that.
I just made like the stupidest decisions this time.
I have to say, I'm really disappointed to see these three in the bottom tonight.
Me too.
What do you think happened?
All three of them got tripped up by their ideas and their materials, didn't trust their own inner voices, and just ended up spinning their wheels.
Let's talk about Lola's piece.
To me, Lola feels scattershot. That's my problem with her.
Lola has great ideas, but I don't think she knows how to trust them. And she doesn't know how to focus in, and so she has to give us way too much.
We've had this exact conversation before about Lola.
Michelle.
Talk about caught in the headlights, right?
Get out the paper, get out the scissors, make some nifty cuts, paste it all together, and hope for the best.
And it's weird because she's a material-based artist. You'd think she'd be someone who was really adept at dealing with materials.
And what was her idea? The happy face, the sad face?
She didn't have an idea. Let's talk about Kimia's piece.
There is no Big Bang in that universe at all.
Kimia took risks and ended up disappearing. I actually admire that on some level.
Yeah.
Her relationship to materials, almost non-existent. Presentation, unaccounted for.
I've never seen such a dull kaleidoscope.
We've made our decision then.
We have.
Let's bring them back in. The only rule in art is what works, and none of your pieces did.
Michelle, you didn't trust yourself as an artist and ended up making a cartoon that really said nothing.
Kimia, your title promised us the key to the universe, but what you really gave us was a black box that was a portal to nowhere.
Lola, you failed to integrate your ideas, you failed to integrate your materials, and you left us looking at a diagram again.
Lola, Michelle, Kimia, one of you will be leaving us tonight. Kimia, you're safe. Michelle, your work of art didn't work for us. It's time for you to go.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. And I feel like it's life-changing. I feel like my work is going to be so much better.
And Lola, I just want to say, if you're going to make mistakes, please make some new ones. Let's not have this conversation again.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. You can head up to the studio. Thanks. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. This experience has been incredible. I feel like this whole process completely changed my life. More than anything, this experience has taught me to just trust my vision and to completely devote myself to my art making.
Coming up on Work of Art. Welcome to the final six.
Oh my God. Today, you're going to hustle your art on the streets.
Go ahead and pick who you want to work with.
I was thinking about taking some picture of myself naked.
Is anyone here not okay with it? Just say yes, then I know I cannot use this idea.
I'm not really okay with it.
It's kind of crazy.
We're selling some artwork.
Get your T-shirts over here.
I don't want what you're selling there.
Why didn't they buy this? I think I know why. Because it's awful.
Go to bravotv.com/workofart for info on how to own a print from your favorite artist.
Matches, pretty matches.